Hey guys, it's Anna, and if you're looking to have a side hustle while juggling your 9-to-5 day corporate job, then this video is for you. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to develop and grow a side hustle whilst having a 9-to-5 corporate job. Whether you're in accounting or finance or any other field, now is the time to start. If you actually look past your self-doubt and insecurities and lack of confidence, you will see that there are actually a lot of opportunities out there for you to explore in order to have a side hustle. Especially if you leverage on social media nowadays, it's free, everyone has it, so why not use it to your advantage? So the first tip I would like to give you guys is to think about what you enjoy doing besides your corporate 9-to-5. Now that's assuming that you actually enjoy your corporate 9-to-5, but I feel like a lot of people don't say this, but they actually don't really enjoy their day job. And that's probably why you're thinking of creating a side hustle, right? And genuinely think of something that you actually enjoy doing. Now, that could be something really different to your usual 9-to-5 job. And that's exactly what I did. If you guys are new to this channel, then you might not know that I actually work in corporate finance during the day. And at nighttime, I run my home bakery business that has kind of gone viral on Instagram. So for example, if you're crunching numbers and Excel spreadsheets during the day work, you might want to look for something else that's very different from that for your side hustle so that you're not constantly working the same way and using that same side of your brain. You could be exploring something that's a bit more creative or more hands-on. I know someone from an office job who works on cars and fixing things here and there in their car after work, because they said that's very therapeutic for them because they can use their hands instead of using their brain all the time, which I guess you use a bit of both, but you get what I mean. Alternatively, you can leverage on your experience from your day job and create a side hustle that is aligned to that, where you can use your knowledge and skills that you've already developed in your day job into your side hustle. I also want to emphasize that it's very important that you choose something that you actually enjoy doing for your side hustle. And the main reason is because you'll be working during the daytime, and if you have to deal with your side hustle after work or on weekends, your business will be a lot more sustainable if you choose something that you actually enjoy, because chances are not everything's going to be butterflies and rainbows. It's likely that you will have to face a lot of problems when developing and growing your side business. So if it's something that you don't actually really enjoy, it's very easy to give up. The second tip I have for you guys is to assess the amount of time you take to actually develop and grow your side business. There's only 24 hours in the day, and so it's very important for you to know how to allocate your time between your day job and your night job. Some side hustles take a lot of time to develop upfront, but after that it's a lot more smooth sailing, whereas some other ones require you to consistently put in hours for it to continue operating. A prime example of this is, for example, developing an app. Now, if I were to develop an app and find a monetization strategy for that, I would probably spend months, if not a year's worth of time and money and effort in developing the app upfront. However, once I've got that figured out and established and gone on the App Store and people start downloading and I can actually monetize that app by, say, placing ads or getting subscription fees, then after I develop the app, it's more of a maintenance sort of process where I don't have to spend so much time and effort in it. Of course, you'll always have to spend time kind of monitoring the business, but it won't be as difficult as when you were starting. Versus, say, you're doing a DIY arts and craft or home bakery sort of business model, you will always need to be baking or making those goods in order for the business to continue operating. So in that sense, the time allocation for this type of business model may be more straight-lined and kind of averaged out over time. Either way, you'll have to figure out which time allocation model works better for you and choose your side hustle accordingly. The third crucial thing to think about when you're developing a side hustle while juggling your day corporate 9-to-5 job is to think of automation/finding efficiencies. Like I said previously already, we only have 24 hours a day, and your time needs to be carefully allocated between your day job and your night job. Now, finding ways to automate processes in your business and finding ways to make it more efficient will really help out with the time allocation. Let me give you an example of my business. When I started my home bakery business, it was just like me. I was on Instagram and ordering was only done via DM on Instagram. Every time someone inquired about my products or wanted to place an order, it was always done through DM on Instagram. And what that meant was that I had to go through my chats with all these different people and reply to each person, wait for them to see my message, and then they would reply back, and then I'll have to reply again, and that process just took a long time. And for the time it took for one customer to inquire about my products to placing an order could be a few hours, could be a few days. Generally, it was around 1 to 2 days. Now, as my side business grew and more customers noticed my page and wanted to buy goods, it was just really hard to keep track of all these chats. And I found that I was spending more time trying to just go through these chats and make the sale happen rather than focus on what's important. Now, in response to this problem that I had, what I found out was beneficial for my side business was to automate things. Now, that meant that I implemented an order form on my website, and I also gave a lot more information about my products through that one website website that I created just once. And as a result, customers could just kind of self-help and find all the information they need about my cakes. And the type of information I wanted to give customers was based off the questions that they gave me on Instagram as well. For example, how big are your cakes? What are the flavors you have? What are the prices? What does it contain? All of that information can be automated and streamlined so that you have it all in one place. And whether it's 100 customers or 1,000 customers, they could just reach that one point and get all the answers. The fourth very important tip that I have for you guys in terms of how to create your side hustle is to learn from your mistakes. Now, what I've learned throughout my side hustle journey is that a business is when you take risk and is when you solve problems. It's literally testing your ability to make decisions, solve problems, and take a risk. And I found that as my business grew, also the problems grew as well. Like every single week, there will be different problems that came up, different issues, and sometimes there'll be customer complaints as well. Now, as a result of that, you have to learn to deal with these mistakes. The differentiation between a successful business and one that fails is to identify these mistakes that you're making and take corrective action in a timely manner. For example, when I started my cake business, I literally just allowed pickup orders. I did not care about delivery because that was something that I couldn't do myself. There were lockdown restrictions in place in Sydney and I couldn't drive around. So delivery was out of the window and all I did was pick up. However, I did find this cake delivery company, so I partnered with them and they started delivering my cakes. Despite this opportunity, there were actually a lot of issues that came from this. Firstly, delivery time / ETA of my cakes was unknown. With this cake courier, the delivery time frame was anywhere from like 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. And a lot of the time, from my experience with their service, is that cakes will be delivered past 6 p.m. And the worst part was this stuff was not controllable by my business. It was all in the hands of the cake courier. I reflected on my mistake, and what I did was in my website order form, I reiterated several times to people that delivery timeframes will be around 9 to 6 p.m. We don't have direct oversight over the cake courier. We don't know exactly what time they'll deliver, but it's usually around this time range. However, there may also be unforeseen delays. For example, due to police operation in the city or due to bad weather. And by putting that kind of disclaimer in my order form, when people go through that and try to order a cake for delivery, they can actually see it very clearly there. It kind of saves me from trouble in the future because customers are clearly aware of that, of this policy, and I have it documented on my website. Ever since I've implemented this corrective action, there has been no more complaints about delivery time. The only thing that I get is sometimes, inquiries about, hey, like my thing hasn't arrived, when is it gonna arrive? But it hasn't been to that point where people were angry or upset and wanted a refund. So learn from your mistakes and take corrective action straight away as soon as you can, because your business will grow stronger and your ability to manage your side hustle will also grow a lot stronger as you correct more mistakes. The fifth tip for your side hustle is to actually have a long-term plan on where you want to head. Don't forget to dream big for this, because if you think you can do it and you take action, you can do it. I think a lot of times what prevents us from creating a side hustle or quitting our 9-to-5 corporate job is our fear and our insecurities and lack of confidence. Like, I'm not good enough, or how would I do this? Like, how could someone like me do this? I think that by eliminating these negative thoughts, you can really achieve your goals. Just go for it, don't overthink it, give it your best and have no regrets. That's such a catchy line. Give it your best and have no regrets. And if you guys want to see a separate video on how I created this side hustle completely on Instagram and went from 0 to almost 2,000 followers within just 3 months and got featured on Urban List Sydney and also got discovered by MasterChef contestant, let me know in the comments down below and I'll create the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more of these type of videos. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!